here.
They've had the PBA National here. It's been a great sponsor for the PBA over the years.
Zach Taylor, the 1 year in 1986 in the National Tour. He won't have a shot to win a senior title, however, because it's Hricsina going up against Gene Stus in the first shot. A 10-pin out the gate, but John Hricsina looked impressive in that opening match with 9 strikes.
Gene Stus, excuse me. He did. He was very steady, had every ball in there. At the 10-pin, different ball, straight at it.
Hricsina covered it, and you had mentioned during the practice time, Hricsina and Gene Stus, that Hricsina up here had been searching a little bit out there.
Yeah, Hricsina wasn't confident. He's guided on this ball. And he left a lot of those in practice. He was having trouble hitting the pocket. He had a purple ball down there, and don't see it on the rack, so he's decided to go with this ball.
21 300 games. These two gentlemen have had about 40 or 50.
No trouble with the conversion. John Hricsina's biggest asset is his strength. He kind of leans forward, shuffles his feet, very short backswing, and right from here, he just powers into that slide and rips through it with that cupped wrist, all strength. No finesse there at all.
Hricsina up in the second frame, and it is a solid 10-pin. He won earlier this year in Colchester.
But it's always getting up.
Yes,
Take
I'm
it
very
off.
familiar with that.
You're involved. You shot 268, I believe, in that 4 players shootout, and he shot 279, I believe, and went on to win it.
Ooh, he stuck and missed the 10-pin. Oh my goodness, a slip. Had trouble with the approach. And an error, an unforced error, missing the 10-pin. Watch him. And it did look like he slipped, like he just kept sliding. Watch here. He had trouble right in there. You could see it wasn't smooth going through. Threw him off balance and missed the 10-pin.
Stus comes right back with a big strike in the second frame. So Gene Stus is up early in this match on John Hricsina.
Gene Stus has already won 8 senior titles, looking for victory number 9 here.
15 senior titles on this duo. Stus with 8. 7.
The 2 dominant players on the senior tour. Oh, the 8-pin wanted to stand, but it wouldn't dare against Gene Stus.
That is a big double early on in this match, and we'll see how John Hricsina responds. But he has had a great week, averaging better than 235 this week, 15, 8, and 1 in match play. He's been dominant. Able to kick out the 10, but that 7th pin stands. So Hricsina down early in this match, down by 22.
Cross lane at the 7th pin. Again, a straight ball.
So Hricsina picks up the spare in the 3rd frame, trails by 22 early on in the title match of the Seattle Senior Open. Tour moves to Oregon next week. And stylish shirts, sweatshirts, sweaters, and jackets featuring the PBA logo are available by calling toll-free at 1-800-PBA-TOUR. PBA apparel provided by Spectrum Merchandising and Munching Wear comes in a variety of styles, colors, and designs. Also available are PBA accessories such as pens, posters, lapel pins, mugs, and steins. Get yours today. Call 1-800-PBA-TOUR. Once again, 1-800-PBA-TOUR. Big strike by Hricsina there in the 4th frame, trying to get something going. But Gene Stus can put, maybe not the hammer down, but at least raise it a bit.
He's trying to dial in a couple more strikes here instead of apparel. And does one.
This is to kick out the 7-pin. So Gene Stus, once again, 9 strikes in the opening match. Shot 257, and he has really not been off track all night tonight.
No. 9 out of 12 to open it up, and 3 out of 4 right here. The only thing he's left is single pin spares.
Chanting Gene Stus. The crowd getting into it here in the title match.
4 in a row.
Looked like it went a little bit more inside. It looked like it hit a little bit left of his mark. It kind of straightened out, but couldn't carry the 10 pin.
In the pocket, though, keeping the pressure on Hricsina.
For John Hricsina, it's got to be tough. He's kind of lost right now, but struck in the 4th. Got to be thinking of something for him.
At the 10 pin. No trouble with the spare. Hricsina wants to get back in this match. Now is the time. If he could get a couple strikes here, he could bite into that 31-pin lead, knock it down to 21 or 11.
If he starts striking, both of these guys can strike off the shoot. Big double for
I asked Hricsina, he was struggling. What turned it around for him this week?
Well, they had much more oil here. The two regionals, the guys who threw the ball straight were playing 4th arrow. That leaves me no lane to play on. So I just struggled for both tournaments. Now this week, the guys that throw straighter were playing outside, and I'm usually 10 boards left of that, so I'm in around 15. So, you know, I had a chance to play this week.
See why right there.
Hricsina comes up with another big strike, and he's right back in it, trailing by just 11 pins. It's John Hricsina and Gene Stus going at it head-to-head. Back with more in a minute. Another finisher, Bobby Hall. Nice tournament. Member of the Washington, D.C. Bowling Hall of Fame. And Mel Wolf, Senior Tour timeless. Also chairman of the Senior Tour Tournament Committee.
And a member of the motorhome group, Ron Gar, one of our 4 super seniors to make match play. Gary Mage, he does everything. He's director of the PBA's Northern region. He bowls, he does it all.
There you have Ron Moore, finished 24th, shot a 300 in the 2nd round. The alternate, Bob Fields. Really a great tournament all week long. Scores, plenty of 300s, plenty of action. Fans really enjoyed it. Back to the action in this title game, and Gene Stus now feeling a little bit more heat as he gets up in the 6th frame.
You never know it, though, would you? He just keeps pouring them in the pocket.
You know, he threw a big shot in that 10th frame to win that first game, and he is just cool as they come.
Cool as they come. That's a good way to describe it. Perfect release, medium hook. He's in the oil. He's got a nice reaction. He knows it. He knows he just needs to make quality shots and hope it carries.
So Gene Stus now in the 7th frame, working on that. Pin to tip forward wouldn't do it, so now Hricsina sitting back and seems to have found something.
Does it. You saw Gene, he kind of went over with his hand, meaning that he went over the top of that ball a little bit, didn't like the release. What most of the players try and do is stay behind that ball as long as possible. Turn late.
There you go, Anders. So Stus, 139 through 6. John Hricsina now working on a 3-bagger, and when they go back to that 2nd frame, we missed a 10-pin. Could come back to haunt Hricsina, but he's throwing the ball off the wall.
And the double penalty. He was playing a tighter line. Our statistician, Chuck Pierce, said he thought he was tightening it up. Well, he tightened it up too much then. And, boy, that's a crusher. That's a crusher. He's just got to fire and hope it bounces out.
So Hricsina knocks down 2 out of the 4 standing, but trails by 29 to Gene Stus after 7 frames. Well, the PBA is proud to sponsor bowling's richest scholarship event for youth bowlers, the American Scholarship Tournament. You can find information on how to enter the American Scholarship Tournament by visiting the PBA's website at www.pbatour.com or by calling toll-free at 1-888-BOWL. AST, and a big strike for John Hricsina, not out of the match, but really has to go off the sheet and hope that Stus stumbles a bit.
Well, if Stus just doesn't double, what he has to hope is that Stus gets tapped in one of these next 2 frames. Like that. Situation right now, he makes the spare. He's going at a 218 clip. He can strike in the 9th frame. Hricsina can step up and strike out for 220 and force him to double. So this match is still up for grabs. Can't change his ball. That's a 10-pin.
And it converts, so Gene Stus with a spare in the 8th. This marks the 3rd consecutive year the Showboat PBA Senior Tour has visited Leilani Lanes here in Seattle.
And we see the difference in the match right now. 28 pins, Stus has him. But right now, Hricsina has that strike in the 8th frame.
Up in the 9th. David Rowe. Davidson Room could pick out the 7 pin.
So he's had a 10, a 4, and a 7 on that left lane right now. The opening turkey in the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th frames, the difference right now.
Stus with a big spare in the 9th. Going at a 217 clip, and you had mentioned Hricsina now can come up, go 4 strikes.
Well, Stus has left that door open a crack. Now we'll see if Hricsina can just burst right through. Big shot here. Big shot here.
Oh, looks like he threw a nice shot.
Oh, he threw a great shot. That's just the old STP, the solid 10 pin. It just.
Boy, came off his hand nice.
On balance, clean. He's only looking at the 10 pin. And it did fall. And that basically has ended the match.
That's unfair. But it happens. Part of the game.
It's part of bowling.
There's 10 pins in the rack.
Unfortunately, yes. John, the best he can get is 200 even. Would make Stus show up for the 10th frame, but that's about all.
Pin won't fall, so Hricsina having a tough time here in this title match. But again, he bowled so well all week, averaging better than 235.
So Gene Stus is going to be the winner of the Seattle Senior Open.
And for Stus, that'll be 9 senior championships to go along with 7 regional titles.
Never tried the national tour. He was working at GM all those years.
Troy retired as a GM employee. Named the 1992 PBA Senior Player of the Year. And he played second in this tournament last year, Gene Stus, so.
He likes Leilani lanes, right?
So John Hricsina finishes out with a 188. Once again, Gene Stus. This is interesting. On the regular tour, Del Ballard kind of going in the channel, tossing the title, but you just kind of do it straight. Do you change anything here, or kind of just
He's not going to. He's just making a normal shot. Puts it in the pocket. Oh, doesn't care that the 10 pin stood.
Those pins just 2 pounds each, or what?
Yeah.
They're flying all over. So there you have it, Gene Stus, the winner of the Seattle Senior Open.
A clean game, but I'll tell you, at the beginning of this game, if you'd asked him if 2-team would win the game, I don't think he'd have thought it would.
I was just going to bring that up. The score's been high, and after that first game, he probably would have thought 230, 240 or better, but he's going to walk away with the beautiful trophy here from Leilani Lanes with a 216 to 188 victory. Gene Stus over John Hricsina.
Like and subscribe.